Yo, it's me, CSCOTT, baby, and I'm here with my review for the 1993 film Cliffhanger, starring Sylvester Stallone, John Lithgow, Michael Rooker, and is directed by Rennie Harlan. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know going into this, never seen this before. Obviously, I didn't watch the VHS, I don't have a VCR, but I did watch this on Crackle. For free. So you want to watch this movie for free, you go to Crackle. There's ads, but still. Yeah, and the story revolves around these, they're mountain rangers, and they get a distress call that turns out to be a trick, because it's actually these thieves who are being, run by this guy named Eric Quaylen, played by John Lithgow, with a very strange British accent, which he already has that kind of accentism to his voice, but now he adds an accent to it, and it makes him sound evil. You bastard. He says that a lot too. You bastard. Whatever. It reminds me of Saw. Sup, you bastard. But, yeah, even as Ralph Waite, you know who that is? He was Papa Walton on the Waltons. Not the oatmeal guy, Grandpa Walton. I'm talking about the dad on the Waltons, Ralph Waite. So yeah, the film starts with with Stallone's character Gabe and his girlfriend going to save Rooker's character Hal and his girlfriend, who need to be rescued from the mountains. But unfortunately, due to a miscalculation on Gabe's part, Sarah, the girl in question, she dies, leaving animosities between him and Hal, which is Michael Rooker's character. 8 months, and then the main story of this film takes place 8 months later, and we see this whole thing with the cops. They set up, they're setting up these agents or whatever, and it's all set. These guys are working for Quaylen, even the CIA guy or whatever he is. But yeah, really, I don't think they should have showed us. I mean, I don't know. Like, even the Wikipedia page kind of glosses over the double cross by the, what's his name? Tarver? I think it's Tarver. He is the crooked FBI, CIA, whatever, agent. And they show his betrayal. He's like, there's this one dude, or he's like, yeah, he's something. I don't know. But they show this one dude who says, who doesn't trust him. He's like, no, this guy's trying to hijack the plane. Turns out all the other guys on there are also hijacking the plane, and he gets supposedly killed. And then it's his fault that they lose their $3 million. And that's why they have to call radio for help, pretend to be stuck so that they can get their money back. And to be honest, for a Stallone movie, it's a little light on Stallone, to be honest. It goes back and forth between Stallone and Rooker. Rooker is being held captive by Lithgow, and Stallone and his girlfriend had to try to rescue him while taking out these other guys. Meanwhile, the actual police are on their way, and they kill Ralph Waite in the middle of this because he shows up in his helicopter, thinks that someone needs to be saved. They kill him, and then this guy takes control of the helicopter, and then Stallone's girlfriend thinks that is, Ralph Waite, but it's not, and then she ends up being a pawn in this guy's game, the end. what happens is Stallone, reconnects with Rooker, and he gets a hold of Lithgow, and Lithgow reveals that he has his girlfriend. So Stallone takes what's left of the money, and he brings it over, and he says, "You let it go, I'll give you the money." And Lithgow's like, "Give me the money, you bastard, or I'll kill her," or something like that. And he's like, "You let it go, or you don't get the money. I'll throw her off the cliff." And so he lets her go, and then he goes back up. And he says, "Okay, give me the money." And he throws it up into the helicopter propeller and shreds it to a million pieces. Then Lithgow tries to use the helicopter to kill Stallone, which, of course, causes problems because as soon as those rotors hit the mountain, and then there's a fight on top of the helicopter, which is pretty cool. However, I do want to say that the fight atop the helicopter, everything in this last thing, looks very much like a set. I mean, there are times that I get claustrophobic. Not claustrophobic, but nervous. Because I've always been afraid of heights. It's maybe not so much anymore, but I know I would never, ever, ever go up somewhere that high. No mountain for me, thank you very much. I don't want to get in a plane. Close my eyes. My folks were going to go to Vegas to get married when they got married. And they were going to have to take a plane. And I was really nervous. And then they changed it. And I was like, okay, I don't want to take a plane. But, Mr. T, fool, I ain't got no plane. You have to spike my milk and knock me unconscious for the whole plane ride. But yeah, like I said, most of the stuff, like there's a scene where when Rooker climbs up, he doesn't know that Stallone is there, and then when he sees him, because there's problems between him, and he grabs him, puts him over the edge, and that's when I'm like, oh, no thank you. No, because it did look very real. But this fight looked very much like a set. Like the rocks didn't even look real, or the mountain they were fighting on didn't look real. The whole plane thing didn't look very real. And then there's a part where Stallone, because the plane's ladder is hooked to there's a hook to the thing or something, and it comes undone, which sends the ladder falling. Stallone's hanging onto the side of the cliff, and Lithgow goes falling down, and there's the shot from where you see Stallone hanging there, and you can see him, and then you can tell that what's behind him is a screen. Like the explosion, it's not 93, but you can tell it's a screen, and then when camera cuts to Stallone hanging there, you can clearly tell it's a set. I mean, there's certain things in movies, like in Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked, you can tell that like Jason Lee and David Cross are in like a wading pool or something. Even in movies nowadays, you can tell sometimes when it's fake, especially if you don't have that big of a budget. But you can clearly tell that was very much a set. And yeah, not much to say. It was pretty good, but underwhelming. Because I hear people keep saying, "Oh, this is a very good movie. It's underrated." It's a very good. It was a critical hit apparently, and there was talk of a sequel, which I could see happening, but then that got scrapped. Stallone apparently still wants to do a sequel, and then there's a remake that's supposed to have a cameo from Jason Momoa. A cameo? Okay. Sure, I don't know. What else is there? I was making supper while I was watching this, so I missed some parts. But to me, it just seemed like Stallone wasn't in the movie that much. Lithgow's a great villain. Stallone is doing his best. But just, I don't know. It's not one of Stallone's best, I'll tell you that much. I do, however, want to try to get the Blu-ray or the 4K with the Blu-ray, whatever, I'd add in my Stallone collection, because, it's a good movie. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, because I enjoyed it, but it's just not it's not one I'm gonna go back to as much, like Rocky or Rambo. Because hey, now that I've watched all the Rambo movies, I might go back to Rambo, even First Blood Part 2, and watch that once in a while. You know what I mean? Or even like Demolition Man, I can go back to more and more. This one's not for me to go back to a lot, but yeah, definitely a 7 out of 10 for me. So what are your thoughts on Cliffhanger? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. By the way, yeah, caught you there. You might be wondering, hey, what happened to Rocky 5? Well, see, I was going to do Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa today. And then I saw that about Stuart Gordon passing away, so I did that Dreams in the Witch House review. And then I'm like, you know what? I was watching some other stuff. I'm like, I need to at least do one Stallone review today. Let's do one that's not connected to anything, so I picked Cliffhanger. I might do more. I don't know yet. But, yeah, like I said, I got time in my hands now. So, yeah, nothing but time. So, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.